how has Allie's process been in moving to the national team? She's got 4 goals in 7 games this year.
I mean, that's what she does. She's got an ability inside the box that you can't teach. She knows where the back of the net is, and if she gets a chance, she takes it. And not only was she in the right positions to do that, but she executed. And at the highest level, you have to execute your 1 or 2 chances that you get, and she does that really, really well. So, really good. I'm happy for her because I know she feels that she wants to keep improving her game. She's always keen to keep adding things. So I think this performance will give her a lot of confidence.
Yeah, go ahead.
In a performance like this where Fallon doesn't see a ton of action, but you still have a goalkeeper position to kind of evaluate. What do you see out of a performance like this where she didn't really have to do much across the course of the game, but how do you evaluate that?
Well, I think we have to credit the team for minimising the chances for the opponent in the way we're set up and structured, and our decision making on the ball to make sure they don't have it and they can't create chances. But I felt it was important for Fallon to build connections with Naomi. She's only ever played with her twice. And then there's another centre-back pairing with Tara coming in. So I felt it was right in this moment to give her that support to build that connection. And you have to, when you're playing goal for this team, your behaviours have to be that you wait for one moment and you have to be alert to that. And I can see the progress that's being made in Fallon's game, and I'm quite happy that she had a really quiet evening.
Talking to Carrie Bello afterwards, she mentioned the calmness of both Naomi and of Fallon, that it was very helpful for her just getting used to the setup, and that game is part of that calmness, that stoicness, what you're looking for.
Yeah, I think it's what I want from the whole team. I want us to be calm and controlled in what we're doing, and I thought there was a maturity to that. Considering that was the second youngest roster, Hive tells me that we caps wise. So I thought there was a maturity to us considering that was the case. So that's the progress that I want to see.
Go ahead.
Coach,
Hey.
honor for U.S. Women's National Team to come to St. Louis. St. Louis prides itself on being a soccer town. How did the fans show up for you guys tonight?
Oh, they were amazing. They really were. I could feel the energy. I mean, this stadium is an incredible stadium to play in. Because the way that the acoustics are, you feel the sound on top of you the whole time. The way the stands are built, so it felt much bigger than the crowd probably was because of the quality of the stadium, and of course the fans bringing the noise to keep the players lifted in their performances. We've had a really enjoyable couple of days here.
Go ahead. Right up front.
Hi, nice to meet you. Asla from The Athletic. What's going to change now that you saw what they're capable of doing? What are you planning on changing, or are you going to keep this squad the same for Cincinnati for your next friendlies?
We haven't, we don't have to make those decisions yet. We have to submit a provisional roster this week, which is a large-scale roster, which will whittle down, but we definitely don't need to make those decisions for at least another week. So I think it's important for the players to go back to their clubs, play, and then we'll assess, especially with the 23s playing, the under-23s playing, will there be any players that look to move up or any players that subsequently move into that group? They're the decisions we will take in the coming week.
Anything else in the room? Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Emma. I'm Jillian from Kansas City. Thanks for taking some time. We got to see a flash of the trio of KC current players on the pitch together. Mm-hmm. How much does club experience, or does it even enter your mind when you are creating the pairings and the lines?
Well, I think it helps if it happens. I think having Lo and Claire together that know each other inside and out definitely helps. And as I keep saying to people, there's 3 different levels. There's club level, there's international class, and then there's world class. So for those players that may very well perform at the highest level at the club level, they have to come here and demonstrate it at the international level first. But all three of those have equipped themselves really well, and I thought Lowe came into the game, added a lot of composure to the performance. Claire had a really solid 60-odd minutes, and Michelle is always threatening, so you can be proud of them because I think they showed their quality tonight.
Does
Go ahead,
Lynn Biondolo have something special coming off the bench?
Oh, yeah, I mean, she does it time and time again, and you speak with her about it, she will tell you she knows how to do that role really well. I think it's not to be underestimated. She always contributes to the team's performance in a profound way, so it's not easy. She could have had a hat trick coming off the bench. I mean, that's testament to her quality. I've spoken many times about what an amazing character she is to have in the locker room, but she also brings something to our team that's very different, and it showed that when she came into the game, how quickly she scored, and she's got such huge respect from all of us because she plays that role extremely well, but also I think she sets the bar for anybody else that's coming into the match, and for that reason, I'm very, very grateful.
And are these games good for seeing your depth in attacking positions?
Yeah, absolutely. But also just to give us the experiences we need. It's experience, exposures, it's playing in the playing style for a period of time. And, when I watch the team, they very much moulded into an Emma Hayes team. That's how I feel when I watch us. Feel like there's a lot of composure to the performances, and there's so many quality players in this country. I just know my job is to keep developing as many players as I can to keep raising the bar for this country.
Let's go online to Andrew Jones. Go ahead, my friend.
Thanks a lot as always. First for you, Emma, just want to ask about Naomi's communication in terms of, we know she's a lead by example, but how you thought she communicated as a captain tonight, and how many Becky bobbleheads are you going to take home and any cake that you had?
Well, I mean, Naomi, it's like getting the Rolls Royce out of the garage. I mean, what an unbelievable football player. Just like a Rolls Royce is an unbelievable car. She just brings a level of composure and decision making in the deepest spaces that's just so underrated. But I thought she communicated well as a leader tonight. That was important to the team, that we communicated well, and she led by example in that. And we can put her back in the garage for a couple of weeks.
And I'll get Emma a bobblehead for Harry before he go home.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll have plenty of them, thanks.
Ann Peterson, go ahead.
Hey, Emma, thanks for doing this. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
sorry, go
it definitely can.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm wondering, do you feel like you're closer to naming a number one goalkeeper at this point? And is your goal to name a regular number one goalkeeper in the near future?
Well, I think when it comes to that, I think that matters more externally than it does internally. And the reason why is I have to prepare a group of players to be ready to compete in the World Cup. So that starts with, well, what if? So if I only develop one, then I'm going to have a group behind that are even more underdeveloped. So development will happen no matter what. But I think it's fair to say Fallon's experience at this moment in time with the current group that I've got is ahead. And I still want to develop the other goalkeepers, but I get a fair sense of where their level is, one, in relation to each other, but two, in relation to 2027. So, there's no easy way to answer that question, because I don't think it's as simple as just saying you're my number one and develop one. I think it would be foolish of me to do that in case, like I said, someone falls out of form or they get injured or those things. But Fallon is doing a tremendous job with everything that I'm asking.
Last one goes to
Thank
Sylvia.
you.
Thanks, Ann. Last one goes to Sylvia. Go ahead, Sylvia.
Hi, Emma. Thank you for joining us, and I apologize if you've been asked this already, but can you just speak a bit to Carrie Abello's performance tonight and sort of what you were looking for from her in her debut?
Well, first of all, I'm really happy for Kerry. She's, she's a top professional and someone who all week has taken on the ideas that we're asking her to put into play and carry it out quite quickly. And it's honestly, it takes players a few camps to actually adapt to that. But we asked her to play as a low fallback out in the first half in particular, maybe join from deep. And she did that role really well and set up for counter presses. So she certainly in the first half felt she had a little bit more joy going forward and had to sit a little lower in the second half because there was so much of the play was down the right-hand side. But no, she's, as I said, top player tactically as well. She knows her position inside and out. And, really good debut.
And with that, we'll see you in Denver. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Emma.
Thank you. Thanks.